Welcome to yet another live. It's me, your proverbial boy. Now, a lot of people have been asking me questions lately. They've been running their mouth. They've been jibber-jabbering. And the line of inquiry goes a little something like this. Jeffrey, Uncle Jeffy, is at the end of the line for you? Are you hanging up your hat? Are you calling it a day? Are you walking off into the sunset on this whole socializing endeavor? Do you no longer actually go out and bang the guns? Are you not the scumbag you once were? Are you simply a normal person, just like me, with no hopes, no dreams, simply waiting to die? Do you view this stuff as juvenile? Are you simply like our Tio who gets drunk at the quinceañera and, much like Al Bundy, reminisces and waxes nostalgic about the time that he got 3 touchdowns in one game in high school? Well, nothing could be further from the truth. I would say I'm back on my bullshit, but the truth is I've never left. I'm a bigger scumbag than ever. My sophomoric behavior remains steadfast as ever and knows no bounds. To wit, my young son, Levi, and I, we were out in Vegas this weekend, and we performed some heroic feats. Heroic feats that would boggle the mind, that would put your knickers in a twist, as the saying goes, were you to have borne witness to them. And I see these other kids, they off on the side, they're off on the sides, and these are people that I've seen for years. For years. They've been coming to these events, and we got it's kind of funny because usually we have a bet, like how many people in the club are going to come up to you and be like, hey, Jeffy, whatever. And one night it was 6. Okay, it's a good number. Six people that recognized me came up, said, what's up? Said, hey, great to meet you. Oh, yeah, hey, good to see you out here, getting it done. Well, guess what? Many of those very same people then proceed to stand around, to simply stand around with their hands in their pockets doing nothing. Levi and I, some 45-year-old jackass, and his sperm-donated son are out there doing mass repetitions of social interaction. Because quite frankly, in order to garner a noticeably improved level of social intelligence, you need mass repetition of social interaction. And to maintain an elite level of success, you need to continue to do that, right? And so I've never left. People they'd be like, are you retired? Are you retired, Jeff? It's like, well, not me. I'm in my prime. To quote the great Val Kilmer from the movie Tombstone. Now, it's kind of funny because my son, he claims that he has never seen the film Tombstone, which I find utterly shocking. Really, I think Val Kilmer's best work. Motherfuckers they'd be like, are you retired, Jeffy?
Not me. I'm in my prime.
Yes, I am in fact in my prime. So again, you may have borne witness to some of the shenanigans that we were doing the other night. We had developed this phenomenal new technology that we are, for the time, well, not for the time being, it is called the dual synchronized spinning hand of God. So you've undoubtedly heard of the hand of God. Imagine that elevated to the next level with a spinning maneuver that is performed in complete synchronization by 2 individuals. And this move, again, you may have seen it on my Instagram story. It was up there for, again, 24 hours, and when it got quite a shocking response. People were like, yo, what the hell is this? This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. I've watched this 50 times. It's truly a feat to behold. My friend sent me that on text. Truly a feat to behold. And he misspelled the word feet. He spelled it F-E-E-T. Some kind of Quentin Tarantino shit. But you may have seen that. People are like, put it back up, put it back up. In fact, let me just play that for you here, and so you can see what I'm talking about. Again, look how let's watch it again. Look how simple yet ridiculous it is. So we were doing this to pretty much everyone we meet, just having a ball and a hell of a time, and truly getting like astounded reactions. Now, people were saying to me, I can't believe something so simple and stupid works. It's like, well, what did you think fucking worked? Going up and saying, what's up? Doing some half-stepper approach where you mumble some gibberish and just hope that they present themselves to you. Like what are you doing? You got to be fun. You got to be different. And again, you got to bring the party. And this, sometimes less is more. And my son and I, we had multiple successes in Vegas from doing that, including taking someone on an all expenses paid tour to Paris to see the so-called Eiffel Tower. It's truly a wonderful bonding father-son moment to attend the Eiffel Tower. And, I'm really kind of making up for lost time. Didn't really know the kid for most of his life. He contacted me recently. You probably know the story by now. But I'm going to be down there. So tomorrow morning, we are driving down in the van. So anyway, the kid's living with me now. And we're driving down in the van to San Diego to do boot camp, and we're going to do a free tour down there. The free tour is actually Thursday, October 14th at 8 p.m. at the Doubletree Downtown. I really hope to see you there. Get up off your ass. Get up off your ass, and we will share our insights. We will share the nuanced knowledge that comes from having taught this for 20 years and being extremely successful at it. I can impart this knowledge to you. And look, there's a big difference between knowledge and knowing, right? I can impart the knowledge to you, and then it's up to you to take it out and turn it into knowing, right? A deep, visceral understanding. And I can help you with that as well. Like I said, I am running a program this weekend there. So, again, hope to see you out. Don't just sit at home, jacking it to hentai, watching the latest Netflix sensation, the Squid Game. Squid Game. I'm just sitting at home. What are you doing? Oh, what are you going to do tomorrow? Squid Game. Squid Game. Like, how about instead you do something with your fucking life and you schlep your ass down to Doubletree and allow us to regale you with the tales of the motherfucking real. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I was talking about, look, this ain't a fiction. It's my life. This is real. We live this. We live this lifestyle to the hilt. And you can too. Ordinary people can do it too. We're living proof. So don't want to belabor the points here too much. I do have to kind of pack up and everything. But, perhaps let's take a look at the chat and see if anyone's saying anything interesting. Comments? I'm your Huckleberry. Yeah, truly a wonderful movie. If you haven't seen the classic Tombstone, starring Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer, with many, star-studded cast, Sam Elliott, I believe, Bill Pullman, rest in peace. Is it Bill Pullman? I think it's Bill Pullman. I don't know. But anywho, yeah, truly one of the great movies from the 90s. It's phenomenal. It's spectacular. Definitely check it out. Michael Biehn as Ringo, Johnny Ringo. So this is offensive to my drunk Tio. Well, get him a Modelo, and I'm sure he'll be right as rain after that. Jeff, do you record your live streams and post them when they're done? Yeah, this is going to be posted up for posterity to bear witness to the dual synchronized spinning hand of God. Now, I told another friend of mine, and there's a lot of nuances to it. It seems quite simple, but I mean, hell, we must have done this move 30 or 40 times at the win at the end of the night, because we had success, and then we returned to the club to get more success. Now, of course, if you've ever left the club, had success, and then returned to the club, essentially at that point you're bulletproof. You're basically like Superman or something. It's like the most diamond shining outcome independence that you could conceivably get, and you're literally like walking through like Vince McMahon in that one GIF. So here it is, like spinning up, spinning up, spinning up. And it was crazy because like the hotel staff, the casino staff, they were seeing us do this, and they were like laughing They're like, damn, look at these guys. Random people that we weren't even approaching, like random groups were coming up to us and being like, that's awesome. That's awesome. And the point is we were just having so much fun with it that we just kept doing it more and more and more. And then lo and behold, you know, we had some more success. So you know, again, that's absolutely key. This has got to be fun for you, right? It can't be a chore. It can't be like elbows in the mud, going to war, put yourself through the fire. All of these like sort of like war, you know, violent, painful analogies. My programs, like, yeah, there we are kind of putting a foot in your ass at times, but I want my programs, whether it's the mentoring, whether it's the infield, even the free tour, I want it to be suffused through with a sense of thoughtfulness, a sense of play, a sense of creativity, a sense of respect, a sense of freedom, and self-awareness, love, growth. If these are the kind of things that interest you, then by all means you should be engaging with these kind of programs. You know, don't be arrogant. Don't be arrogant. Your time is valuable. Learn from a professional. Learn from somebody who's made this their life's work, their literal life's work. My life's work and my purpose is to come to a deeper understanding of how these types of interactions unfold. What are the waypoints? How do you achieve those waypoints? What are some strategies and tactics and techniques that you can employ to navigate these waypoints and these types of interactions to get the results you want to have? But perhaps more importantly, how can you continue to move yourself to greater charismatic communication? Well, I think a big component of that is the concept of full spectrum experience is integral to my programs. Now, what does that mean? Well, a full spectrum communicator is somebody who is aware of and is able to exercise energy output on a wide variety of spectrums, on all spectrums: vocal, emotional, physical, mental, even spiritual, right? So to do that, you've got to, so again, my purpose is to, it's not to get more money necessarily or find more romantic partners at this point. I mean, those things are great, but my overarching purpose is to come to an extremely deep understanding of how my system functions as a human when I'm trying to communicate on a microscopic level, and and to be able to, by doing so, come to a greater understanding of myself, and then be able to impart that knowledge to others, right? That is my overarching purpose in life. And of course, bearing that in mind, those smaller part goals are going to be accomplished along the way, along with many others that I probably haven't even thought of yet, right? And again, I've always say this: if you watch these videos, you probably heard me say something along these lines, like, yes, you can improve your communication skills. You can become more charismatic, where people just love you when you first go up to them. You can make that a reality. But in order to do that, you have to understand and act upon a few different concepts. Number one, you have to have a vision for the charismatic life you want to create. Number two, you need to understand the demands that are going to be put upon you by the types of results that you want to have, right? If you want to just talk to your neighbor or talk to the cashier at Walgreens or something, not a lot of demands are going to be put upon you. But if you want to have high-level success in dating, if you want to have high-level success in business and negotiation, stuff like that, you need to understand what demands are going to be put upon you. And don't just be like, I'd like it to work this way. I'd like it to work this way. Oh yeah? You'd like it? Oh, you'd like it? I'd like to have $100 million. Yeah, great. I'd like it. Well, if I want to have $100 million, that's going to require an extraordinary effort and an understanding of the demands that are going to be put upon me to achieve that outcome. Same thing with dating, same thing with your social life. So number one, what's your vision? Number two, understand the demands that are going to be put upon you in order to achieve those results. Number three, understand the societal conditions in which you're trying to achieve those results. Number four, understand how your negative social counter conditioning is inhibiting your ability to communicate in that way that's going to get those results. And then number five, last but not least, what can be done about all this? Like, what do we do about all this, right? So with my programs, I've attempted over the past 20 years to develop a very pragmatic, again, not just these fascinating abstractions and thought experiments about inner game. It's like, no. A very pragmatic way to isolate the various components of your communicative instrument, strengthen them in isolation, reintegrate them in a more completely realized whole, and then go out and perform. So again, you can exercise in isolation, but then you have to go out and perform as well, and those are two sides of the same coin. That's why I do mentoring online, and we also provide in-field training. So long story short, I'd love to see you at one of these programs. If you see the value, if you understand the value that could be had from associating with me on one of these programs, come on out. You can go to jeffdinperson.com if you want to get the full schedule. I'm scheduled all the way through July of 2022 at this point. American tour only for now. Sorry, my Canadian friends, and sorry, as they say in Canada, to those around the world, until all of these, various travel restrictions are sorted out. I'm not entirely sure. I'd love to see you soon. But again, if you go to charismamastery.com/events, you can see that full list. Or if you just, you're like, sounds good to me, I'm ready to go, just go to jeffyinperson.com and you can apply to be on one of my live in-field programs. Of course, there's also charismamentoring.com. Again, in the description here, I'm going to put the full list of all these different things so you can decide what sounds best to you. But again, I'd love to see you at the free tour tomorrow, San Diego, October 14th, Thursday at 8 p.m. at the Doubletree Downtown. So again, get up off your ass, fuck this Squid Game nonsense. And I'll see you tomorrow at the free tour. All right, thanks for indulging me, and I'll see you next time. Say bye-bye, Jeffy. Bye-bye, Jeffy.